I am Al Torcaso, 412-559-2731. As you can see, I have a patriotic style, American patriotic style flag shirt on. And you're going to find out why. Let me give you a little quick disclaimer. This video may go very long. It was originally supposed to be a Facebook Live session. Facebook seems, for some reason, to keep on messing up. So, here's my suggestion. All of you that don't like to watch things more than a couple of minutes, watch it in sessions. Whether it takes you one day or 1 week, you're not going to want to miss one word. You might wonder why. Back in the 70s and 80s, there was a show called Columbo by actor Peter Falk. Look it up on YouTube or wherever you look. Trust me when I tell you, the nuggets that I give you are going to be free, but in many ways priceless. You might be 18, and you may be working in a fast food restaurant, but if you will pay attention and subscribe to my YouTube channel, no, it's not one of those deals. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or I won't tell you anything. I'll tell you everything. But if you don't subscribe, you might lose out on a whole lot more. Let me throw it like this. If you do what I suggest, if you're 18 and you put yourself to work in what I tell you to suggest you do, you may never need a job again. In fact, I don't want to sound like a hypey guy, because I'm actually not a pitch man at all. I'll reveal to you in this video some of the things that I have been and some of the things that you might want to pay attention to. Oh, and I'm even going to challenge you to not believe me. You see, I don't want you to believe me. You might be wondering why. Guess you're going to have to tune in. I'll tell you this, everything I say is true. And if you watch the whole video, by the time I'm done, not only are you going to want to subscribe, like, and comment, but you might just want to tell everybody on earth. And no, it's not all about me, because all the glory goes to God. I myself, I love people. All 8 billion people, I don't have to always like what people do. And I'm way far away from being perfect, because nobody on the earth is perfect, trust me. But let me throw something at you. If you don't watch this video and you don't take action, next time you look in the mirror, if you ever go broke and you look in the mirror and you say, I didn't have an opportunity, I want you to say this after that. I just lied to myself. Yeah, I want you to say that. You'll find out. But know this, I'm going to share something with you right now. You might laugh, but the person I'm talking to, yeah, that would be you. Yeah, all of you. Everybody on earth, everybody, that means you, has greatness in them, like the mentor Les Brown says. And I say, and I believe Les now says, you also have genius in you. Stop laughing at your friend. Yeah, that person has genius, so do you, in something. Now you might want to tune in. Oh, and I'm not just a face here on YouTube or wherever you find me. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Trust me, I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm doing it. Because when you're 17, 18, 19, or even 35, y'all think, what do I want to know about from some 60-year-old Caucasian guy? I'm not Caucasian, I'm Sicilian Italian. How you doing? And from my fellow Italians, how you doing out there over here and over there? Hey, check this out. Text me at 412-559-2731. Now get ready for some action and some surprises that might blow your mind. Yeah, get ready, because here it comes. How you doing? Like I said, this may be long. Just take it 5 minutes at a time. But if you miss it, don't come crying to me. Don't you pick on Albert Torcaso with a Torcaso that might have a little something going on YouTube. Might have a little something going in. I don't know, this little search engine called Google. You might want to look up Albert, put a space, Torcaso, Torcaso. I challenge you to do it. Why? I'm just going to tell you one thing, and I'm going to be real nice about this, because I'm a trip. I'm only trip Torcaso. That's an inside joke. Y'all won't understand, but that's okay. I got a great friend of mine that teases me, and I tell him I'm a trip. He says I'm something else, but we won't go there. But y'all need to listen to this. But I would go to Google and check out Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. I know why. But when you find out, you can be like, I should have listened to that, man. I should have listened. Now let's get down to the business at hand. I'm about to reveal a secret. For some of you, you already know. For a lot of you, you might be like, what? Y'all ever heard of a website? It's called Facebook. I think you might have heard of it. I don't know. You ever hear of Facebook? Did you know you could put posts on Facebook? Oh, yeah, like we need to. I know you know that. But did you know this? You can set a post up. You ready for this? And you can put it to be shown when you want it to be. Hours, like whatever time ahead, days, possibly months, maybe even years. How does Al know? Because I've done it. Now, why should you think about that? Well, sir and ma'am, and by the way, I'm speaking about everybody. So, let me throw down who I don't discriminate against, who I do not discriminate against. I don't discriminate against people who've made mistakes. I don't discriminate against people who committed crimes but ask God for forgiveness. I love atheists too. I don't discriminate against people based on anything that society likes to do. And I don't eliminate people based on this nonsense called color, nationality, or whatever. Let me tell you a little secret. Everybody on earth is delusional. Yeah, you too. Now don't get insulted. Hear me out. You're delusional. I can guarantee I can prove it. You ready? See, y'all think I'm white. See, it's a pigmentation, right? And when you listen to the politics, at least in America, they talk about the black vote, the Caucasian vote, the uneducated, the educated, the Latino vote, all this other nonsense. Listen, let me be clear for once. That's all an illusion and a delusion. We're all one race. Guess what it is? It's the human race. Now, a lot of people will disagree with me. Some of them are my best friends. But my point of view is this. You may have the ancestry of a different pigmentation, a different nationality. You may call yourself Indian. You may call yourself Native American, the American Indian. You may call yourself white. You may call yourself black. You may call yourself Hispanic. You may call yourself Asian. You may call yourself Christian, Jew, Tanzanian. I don't know, anything that you can come up with. But when it comes down to it, guess what? We're all human. Some of us, as a matter of fact, around the globe, a lot of people act inhumane, but yet still they're human. A lot of their souls are going to go places they don't want to go, but they're still human. A lot of people are racist, sexist, and all that jazz. Oh, by the way, just in case. Now, I'm not trying to get you a little bit upset, but I want to tell you a little something. It sounds funny, but it actually isn't. Now, let's pretend for a minute. I know you're not. Pretend you're racist. Maybe you don't like white people, Asian people, I don't know, black people, whatever. Indian, I don't know. You name it. Pretend that for a second you're racist. You shouldn't be. But let me throw something down. You're about ready to get a little bit upset now. You might be a minister, you could be a rabbi, you could be any faith or so-called faith. Or you could be an atheist or an agnostic. Let me tell you, especially for those who claim to believe in God, If you're a minister, but you're racist, I have some breaking news for you. You know where you're going? The downstairs. That four-letter word that starts with an H and ends with an L. That's where you're going. Oh, it gets worse, but let me fill you in on something. You can't go to heaven because, see, you hate certain people. Well, bad news. They're spirits. If they believed in God and got baptized in Christ, they're going to be in heaven. Those people you hate, you can't even go to H, actually. I may have said, you can't go to heaven. Almost said something. Can't go there. Because, see, you can't go to heaven because people you hate are going to be in heaven. They're souls. You can't go down there because people you hate are going to be down there too. So you're either going to be in limbo, or some people like to call it purgatory, but I think it's going to be much worse. It's going to be like its own H. But you don't even get heaven or H. You get in between, which is even worse. Maybe, I don't know what's going to happen to your soul, but I almost feel bad for the racists. No, I don't. Don't be racist, because you can't go to heaven. You could be a minister all your life. You could be a pastor, a rabbi, anything. An imam. If you hate, you don't go to paradise, or whatever you call it. You don't go to heaven. I don't know what you call it. You don't go. Your spirit's stuck. So there is a moral to this. Don't hate. And certainly don't hate based on all this nonsense, my friends. Like I said, you're going to watch this in intervals. But if you watch this and you're 18 and maybe you're discriminated against by society and certain so-called people that are supposed to protect you tend to be a little bit, well, doing the wrong thing. But let me tell you, let me see a little secret about Torcaso. I have had a TV series on public access for 19 years. I said things on TV that could have got me taken out. And no, I don't mean for fast food. I mean dead. D-E-A-D. I said things on live television, G-rated, but it could have gotten killed. Why did I? Oh my goodness, man, were you crazy? No. You see, I love people. I don't know what they do. But when it's wrong, I sing my song. I don't literally sing. No. I may have been an actor in a talk show host. I'm not going to be doing any singing. I have a great human being named Ivan. He said, please don't. I'm only kidding over here. I love Ivan. This guy, man, y'all don't need to know about Ivan. But at any rate, I'm not going to sing. It's all right. It's all right. Calm down. If I start singing, your cat's going to be going, meow. Your dog going to be going, ho, ho, ho. I ain't trying to be funny, ladies and gentlemen. I'm for real. Oh, and y'all probably watching me. This guy crazy. Well, check this out. Years ago, I had to get on what they call SSI back in the day. And when you're trying to get on SSI, they send you to a psychiatrist, right? And they do all this competency tests. They ask all these silly questions. I got to tell you, I just got to do this as a sidebar. I think y'all going to want to save and watch this every 5 minutes. I mean, not every 5 minutes, but 5 minutes at a time. Y'all are going to be freaking out laughing. Oh, sorry, Heavenly Father. That's a little bit no-no. A big no-no. But y'all going to be cracking up. This is the truth, honest God. So when you try to get SSI or disability, they send you literally to a psychiatrist. And they give you these wild tests and questions. So I had the psychiatrist about ready to get on the proverbial couch, because he had to ask me some silly questions. So what he did is he asked me, Al, Mr. Torcaso, do you know who the president is? The president of the United States at the time, I think it was Ronald Reagan. I said, yeah, Ronald Reagan. He said, do you know the vice president? President said, yeah, that gentleman would be George H.W. Bush. And he asked me the Secretary of Defense just for the fun of it. At the time, I don't remember right now, but I had told him, and I said, do you have any more questions like who the Speaker of the House is? And I told him that. I said, or maybe the Senate majority and minority leaders. He's like, no, we're good. So at the end of the session, it was hilarious. This actually came from a psychiatrist, so y'all know I may seem like I'm a little bit of something, but he actually said to me, he said, I'm really not supposed to share this with you, but I got to tell you something. I said, what's that? He said, man, I don't know why they sent you here. I said, why? Did I do something wrong? He said, no, that's the problem. He said, you're probably about the most sane person I have ever met. I said, what? He said, I'm not kidding. He said, man, you answered so many questions, I'm about ready to cry. And he really said that. It was hilarious. Now, so the reason why I'm telling you that is I'm wild. I'm a little bit different. Just a wee little bit. I like to say I'm L the Trip Torcaso. But you know what I also am? I'm a guy that actually cares about you. So much so that you can text me at 412-559-2731. I wonder why I did that. Oh, I know why. One day you will find out why. Maybe right now. How about because I care about you? Now, let's get down to some more serious business. What if you're working in a job that you hate? And what you got for me here? And how much is it going to cost me? Well, I got something for you, but I can't tell you in this video, so you're going to have to look at my YouTube page and start checking it out. Why can't I tell you here? I don't do cross promotion. I'm a talk show host that cares about you, not your money, you. Now, it's nice to get money, which, by the way, let's just say that I'm in a group. I'm not even a group. I'm in a membership company, and I will tell you the letters of the company. Now, I've been in affiliate marketing or network marketing, or whatever you want to call it, for about 12 years. This is number one best company ever that I've been in. And no, I'm not saying it because I'm in it now. I'm saying it because it did something 3 times that I did not expect. I had money put into my financial institution. I got paid 3 separate times. And I noticed kind of an interesting, wonderful trend with LG. You know what LG did? Every time I get a little something, automatically deposit it into my account, which you can too. Yeah, if you play your proverbial cards right. I hate phrases, but I laugh at them. But anyway, if you do get into LG as an affiliate and you share a 5-minute and 55-second video, excuse me, I had to sit up. I know, I apologize, but sometimes my leg gets sore over here. Anyway, if you earn any money, you can get hooked up and it will go wherever you want to go, digitally. So what happened was, 3 separate times, I got paid by LG. I didn't even know. I looked at my alerts. I said, hold the phone. There's extra money in there. 3 times. And each time, it was a little bit more. Oh, and it's about to explode in LG. And y'all might say, oh gosh, another network marketer. Hey, look, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just making fun of the fact that I understand where you're coming from, because I've been in some stuff in the past that make you want to bawl their mother out. Yeah, I'm for real, for real. But let me tell you, first of all, LG is way different. You see, we got health and wellness products. But guess what? Breaking news. We are actually a membership company. Now, where do we differ from every other company you ever heard about? We don't base the commissions, for those of you in network marketing or in affiliate marketing, guess what we don't do? We don't base it on sales of the products or services. Nope. You know why we get paid and get paid on time? Because this company is a membership model company. You ever hear of maybe Sam's or, I don't know, Costco or a little old company called Amazon or stuff like that? We're a membership company. Here's the catch. If you're an affiliate and you share the video and a couple people decide to get in, even one person, you're going to get paid some money. 2 people, and you're going to increase your earning potential by at least 50%. And that is at the first level. And it's kind of hard to get to the first level. I mean, to increase in 3 times, gotta be like 20, 50, or 100 people, right? Not an LG, ladies and gents. In order to get to the first rank, you get 2 members or 2 affiliates. Yeah, 2. So if you get 2 affiliates, not only does your potential income go up by 50%, but it gets a lot better than that. Because see, the money that you put in to get in, you become in profit the minute you have 2 affiliates. And members count 2. Now, y'all might be like, LG can't be that good. Yeah, you're right. I think you should pass. No, I don't. I'm being sarcastic. Let me tell you a little something about me. You don't want to check me out on Google or Facebook. I'm not joking. I'm not saying you don't because I'm being arrogant, because all the glory goes to God. I kind of was teasing y'all saying to look me up on Google, but you can. But I'm not responsible for what you see now. Remember, all the glory goes to God. It ain't about me. I didn't put the links up there. But if you do decide to go into Google, you're going to find a whole lot of links. Some of them, even I was shocked that I was connected to some people, but we won't go there. I will tell you one time I was real shocked because there was somebody that I don't even know how their name came up when I did a search on myself. Don't know how this link happened, but one of the people, and I don't know if you'll find it, because I was shocked, but I'm going to tell you something. It's really going to shock you. They had me hooked up with a link with 1 or 2 different presidents of the United States. I'm like, I don't know them. What's up with this? What's Google? Are they on something? Did their computer malfunction? Did their AI get messed up? But I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Now, here up on YouTube back in 2008, I will let you know, when I was doing my TV series, Humanity Matters Live, all the glory goes to God. Now, remember that. But God has blessed me in ways that I never expected. You know where I was in 2008? I was in what back then was called the Civic Arena. And there was a senator there. And he was campaigning for an office. And I was there as press. You may have heard of him. He was at a certain house for 8 years. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just messing with y'all. I love you. That senator became president. You may have heard of him. You see, he was the first non-white president in the United States of America. And I personally think he did a lot of good. He did some things I didn't like, but every president does. For those of you who are not from America and don't know who I mean, yeah, I was in the same room as press. Yeah, same exact room as press, which I do have somewhere on YouTube. I believe it's still here. President Barack H. Obama. Yes, me, little old me. And my girlfriend, I told her, you know, the Secret Service ain't going to let you in unless you're considered press. She's like, I don't know what to do. She's kind of growling at me. Yeah, I'm for real. I said, Annette, that's her name. I said, listen, you cannot legally get in unless you're with me and you're a press. So I'm going to give you an assignment if you want to get in. She's like, said a couple of words before she was baptized in Christ. I won't go there, but it wasn't G-rated. I said, well, you want to stay home? I'm good. Guess what happened? She said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to win. Well, I told her she was going to become a reporter or a journalist. So, have to write up a report. Well, she told me, I can't do it. I can't do it. All this stuff, right? Gave me a little bit of back talk. I said, look, I love you. If I didn't think he could do it, I wouldn't. So, in 2008, when he was Senator Barack H. Obama, he came to Pittsburgh, PA. This is fact, my friends. Fact. Not fiction, not made up to make myself look good. It ain't me, it's God. All the glory goes to God for those of you who believe. But Annette did go. She wrote a report. And she read some of it on one of our live episodes of Humanity Matters Live. Yeah, I don't know if I even told some of my best friends, but this really happened. Now, what I will tell you is I've been in the room with two former presidents. One that, I won't go there, but let's just say, could have been president, but I'm not going to even say who. Actually, that's not true. I've been in, as press, two actual former presidents did become president, and two candidates. One should have been, but he blew it. It was a man. He cheated on his wife. I'm not going to say his first name, but no, it wasn't Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton was the president for 8 years. It was another guy. I'm not going to say who. But at any rate, I met him. I met his wife that he cheated on. And also another person. So, two actual presidents, two almost presidents. As press. Again, all the glory goes to God. Why am I telling you all this? I want to establish that I'm not one of these ethically challenged people you see online. Talk about, I can help you, I can do this, I can do that. And then at the end, they're talking about, I want your money. Okay, they don't say it like that, but you know what I'm talking about over here and over there. See, I may have a messed up background. My house ain't perfect. I got a little bit of issues going on because of medical reasons. But let me tell you something, what I do have. I have your best interest. That's a fact. So, why don't I want you to believe me? Why would a man say don't believe me? Because a person of integrity, they don't need validation. They don't need the so-called glory or the ego. Everybody has one. But it ain't about me, it's about God. Listen, you know who's included when I say I want you in my business? People that you may not think. I want people to do right. But I've invited gang members, yeah, some that, let's just say, done some really bad things. I'm not going to reject them. If God did not reject certain people, why should I? If God doesn't reject me, and trust me, I have said some things in life, I don't even want to say it was foul language. It was, before I got baptized, it was shut your mouth. I'm not perfect. You know what, though? God saved me so many times. Y'all just don't know. You can go to Facebook right now and go under Albert Torcaso. You can look at, scroll down and look at what was going on a couple of weeks ago. And I'm not kidding you. I was in the hospital bedridden. And some of my best friends are like, why would you film a Facebook Live looking like that? I said, because I looked half dead. They're like, I know. Why'd you do it? And there's a perfectly good reason. I don't look half dead now. Yeah, I need to shave. Yeah, you better believe that. When you see this, you might be like, he ain't kidding. He looks half dead. But see, God saved me again. And no, it wasn't the treatment in the hospital. That almost killed me. And I'm not being funny. Stuff they had me on, they should be arrested. And none of it helped. But that's another story. But what do I want from you after 30 minutes? You probably watched 5 minutes apiece. That's all good. Here's what I want from you. I want you to sit down. If you're driving, I want you to pull over. If you're listening, sit down. I'm going to tell you some things now that just might blow your mind. You could be working in a big box store. And if you do the LG side hustle, if some people call it a side hustle, For me, it's life. Literally life. One day I'll tell you more. Or you can tune into my videos right here on YouTube by subscribing and pressing the notification bell. You probably think I did that as a promotion. No, sir. No, ma'am. I want you to know what you need to know. And I need to tell you something about you. And in case you're 17 or 8, getting about ready to get 18, you have to be at least 18 to get into LG. But let me tell you something. You might want to get your parents or your best friend over 18 into LG like yesterday. No, this ain't that video, but trust me, you're going to want to be in LG. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a bold prediction, and it might get you mad, and that's okay. One day, you will either be in LG as an affiliate, buying from LG as a customer during retail, or as a member. But you will be affected. My prediction. Why? Because I said we are a membership company. We're going to have just about anything and everything you can name. Just like that website that started out by selling books that became something called Amazon. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's called Amazon. You can buy just about anything, right? But here's what you can't do with Amazon. You can't just become an outright affiliate and earn at least $25 for each affiliate. But you can in LG. Now, I ought to know a little something about the truth and not the hype or the lies that you see on some ads on social media and YouTube. Here's the truth. I own a lot of domains. I have one that I used to have before they stole the name, humanitymatters.org. Now, during that time, I became what they call an affiliate, website affiliate kind of thing. So one time, somebody clicked on one of my links. They bought a $50 item. And Amazon gave me a whole lot of money. Because after all, they bought a $50 item. You know what I got? Well, I would receive about, believe it or not, it was disgraceful. I think I got roughly 50 cents or 75 cents. They got $50 after whatever their expenses were. They got roughly $50. I got less than $1. Now, in LG, let's say I get one affiliate. I get $25. So I get 2 affiliates. That's $50. I become a bronze, my first rank. What happens when that happens? Nothing. But you only have about a 50 potential of your tripling your earnings. I thought you might want to hear that. So you might be 18, but if you take this seriously, like a lot of people around the globe are, by the time you are, 28, if you work it, if you are serious, you don't have a limit. And it doesn't matter any way that you can describe yourself. I'm going to give you another little shocking fact before you all take off. The most profitable gentleman in LG, his name is Timbo Miller. He's on Facebook. You know, when he started, he had $0 and 0 cents from LG. But he shared the free tour link that I keep telling you all about in other videos. He was homeless and in a wheelchair and only had a government phone and literally the clothes on his back. He became the most successful and is one of the most successful in LG. I'm not going to tell you how much he earns a month because I'm not Mr. Hypey Boy. It seems like I'm Mr. Hypey Man, but in reality I'm not. But what I will tell you is if you will go to Facebook and look up Timbo Miller, go ahead, check out his page. He tells you some of the amounts that he earns. I know what it is. I'm going to share this much with you. If I was in his position right now, the background you see, the issues you see, they would not exist. I don't want to hype it because I'm not that guy. See, I tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. That's just who I am. I believe in honesty. Okay? There's a lot of things I believe in. Integrity's one. What I will tell you is that a few months ago, Tim and a group of other LG affiliates, they just decided on the spur of the moment to go on a cruise to a country, I think it was Mexico. Yeah. And I'm like, I said, what? Now, Tim is up front. He will tell you what time it is. He doesn't need a Fitbit. He doesn't need an Apple Watch. Guess what? I'm that guy too. And I've been doing that since the year 2004. Now let me tell you all a little bit. Let me fill you all in. I'm of Italian, actually Sicilian descent. Most people who are not white, they think I'm white. Even my own sisters call themselves white. They're not white. They think they're white, but yeah, maybe pigmentation. We might look white, but actually, we're not white. I will tell you something. Now, this is sounding offensive. I couldn't believe I heard this one time because I told people my 3 favorite foods, and I'm serious. They didn't believe it until I went to a picnic with them. Then they were like, man, you weren't lying. Now, I'm Italian now. This is the weird part. I don't even like tomatoes. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a little bit different. I said I was a wee bit different, didn't I? One of my best friends says, Al, people don't meet El Torcaso. I said, what are you talking about? He said, they don't meet you, Al. I said, I love you. Don't get upset. I love you. But they don't meet El Torcaso. They have the El Torcaso experience. I said, Ivan. Oh, I mean, no, never mind. I mean, we'll pretend like the jury didn't hear that. A certain somebody. I said, excuse me, that was Jimi Hendrix. Didn't you ever hear the Jimi Hendrix experience? He said, I heard of it, but you're the El Torcaso experience. I said, what you talking about? We won't get into that, but I will share one thing with you. I was on somebody else's talk show. He's since passed. And he said this to me on the airwaves. I was like, oh, no, he didn't. He said, Al? I said, what? He said, his first name was Doug. He said, Al, I met a lot of people. I said, yeah. He said, I'm glad you're on my show. I said, okay, thank you. He said, Al? I said, what? He said, you know what? I said, what? He said, you're 1 in a million. I'm like, Doug, don't say that. We're on the radio here. We both started cracking up. I said, Doug, I'm just like the average Joe. And we're on the radio, public radio, actual regular airwaves. Like I said, all the glory goes to God. And I'm like, couldn't you say that when we were like in the commercial? He started laughing. He said, Al, you're 1 in a million. I met a lot of people. I said, Doug, don't say that. People are going to think I'm on drugs or something. He said, no, you're not on drugs. He said, but you sure are different. I said, why do you say that? He said, cause, man, you tell stuff that I wouldn't tell God if I didn't have to. I said, well, you right about that. I said, was that different? He said, yeah, it's different, all right. Now, I guess I may be a little different. You see, because I'm going to tell you something that's going to really get you going. Now, remember, I love you. But I wanted to excuse me. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, it really hurt. I did that on live TV before, and I forgot. I tried to do that Three Stooges stuff. Don't do that. It hurts. I did it a lot harder than I did now. Trust me. I don't remember if that episode's on YouTube or not, but people saw it and they were cracking up. I'm like, I ain't cracking up. That's the hurt. Don't do that. That's the hurts, man. But anyway, man, did just some stuff. So in 2004, somebody asked me to do a TV series. And at first I was like, why? Second thought in my head was, are they on something? I'm like, what can I possibly add? Why would I be on a TV series? And not just on it, but the host and producer. Yeah, that's right. I'm like, why would you ask me to do that? And then they said, because you could offer a lot of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what you're on, but all right. So I did it. But the station was mainly run by African Americans. Now, I'm going to tell you what I did. I could have got hurt, technically. But I said, if I'm going to do a TV series, I'm going to play the race card. I wanted people to think I was racist. Why did I want them? You'll find out in a second. Yes, I actually wanted people to think that, because you'll find out in a second. Well, a couple of seconds. Says, I'm going to play the race card. And boy, did I get me some looks. Sure enough, I get on there and I'm like, I told the audience, I'm going to play the race card. But if you tune in, you might learn something. I said, first of all, I'm pretty sure I said this. I said, you think I'm white, don't you? I said, I'm not white. And you're not black. And you're not Native American. And all this other stuff. You're not Middle Eastern. You're not Jewish. You're not whatever. And people probably be thinking, okay, what's he on? I said, guess what you are? What's the name of the TV series? I said, the name of the TV series, in case you missed it, it's Humanity Matters. So here's 2024, 20 years later. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people disagree with me. But everybody on earth is a little bit delusional. And I'm not joking. You see, society and most people, we think we're black or Asian or white or rich and all that other nonsense. You want to know the real truth? We're human. If a person of any other nationality, religion, or whatever, or so-called race, needs help, and I have the blood, I could save their life. If their parents don't have the same kind, or their relatives, they can die. But I could save their life, or they could save mine. That's a fact. You don't believe me? Look it up. Talk to your doctors and pharmacists. That's true. Now, that being said, when I said I was playing the race card, I quickly said what I ended up doing in a good way. And then I said, even on the very first episode, I said, you know why? There isn't any race other than the human race. And I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't stand racism. That's what I said back one of my first episodes in 2004. I don't like racism. I don't like any of that stuff. You know something else? Politically, I'm considered a Democrat. Do you know that some of my friends are staunch conservatives and or Republicans? Some of them are even considered libertarians, and I love them. Some of them can actually come to a consensus that we're not as far apart as we think we are. You see, my friends, there are people around the globe that I'm not going to say who, but they want people to hate each other. They want whites to hate blacks, and Japanese to hate Chinese, Indians to hate Pakistanis, all this nonsense. Even so-called Christians, and I'm sorry, but I can't give them a pass. In Ireland, I don't know if it's still going on. We don't really hear about it. But for many years, people who were Catholic were killing so-called Christians. They're supposedly believe in God. They just don't believe in the same way. But they were killing each other. Protestants would kill Christians in Northern Ireland. And I'm sorry, Protestants would kill Catholics. And Catholics were killing Protestants. And they claim they believe in God. I don't care who or what you claim to believe in. If you believe in God and you kill anybody because they don't believe in what you believe in, if you kill, you don't believe in God. I don't care if you are a minister, a pastor, or whatever you call yourself. If you throw out hate, you're not going to heaven. If you don't get baptized in Christ, you're not going to heaven. If you can't forgive people who did things that was wrong, and we all, including myself, have challenges with that at times. But if you don't get right, you ain't going to paradise or whatever you call it. And you're not going to find all this wonderful stuff because you have hatred. I don't. For the record, people say, well, you talk a good game, but have you ever backed it up? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I actually went to a concert where myself and my father were the only Caucasians at the entire concert. I don't think that it did happen. You know why we went? Not because we wanted to look good, because all the glory goes to God. You know why we went? That was predominantly what Americans want to call black Americans. I see you as whatever your name is. You're not black to me. You're not Japanese. I don't care what you are. You are you. So yeah, we went to a concert. We were the only two Caucasians out of hundreds or who knows how many gentlemen and women were there. And all of a sudden, I'm listening to the music. My dad's listening to the music. We're having a great time. It was wonderful. But a lot of people kept coming up thanking us. And I was like, Dad? He said, what? I said, when people went around, why do they keep thanking us? He said, look around. I looked at left, right, I'm like, I don't, what? He said, don't you notice? I said, oh, what? You mean because we're the only so-called Caucasians here? He said, yeah. I said, but Dad, you and I know better than that. We're not delusional. What was funny was I got a son. We'll just call him Jay. Man, him and I was about ready to open up a can of, well, I was about ready to get the paddle on the man. He's like 30-something years old. You know why? He got me mad. I'm not kidding. I got heated. He kept saying, I'm black. I said, if you say that one more time, Jay, I'm going to have to come over there and open up a universe of blank blank. He said, what do you think I am? I said, you're Jay. I don't want to say his name. I said, and you're my son. I said, do not. I got mad for a minute. I'm like, don't say you're black again. You know better than that. So he thought he was going to be funny. He said, man, if I came up here and robbed you and you tried to describe me, you would be saying, and he said some words, I won't even go there. I said, man, next time I see you, I'm going to slap you upside your head. He happens to be more bald than I am. So just for the fun of it, we saw him again not too long after that. I said, Jay, he's coming for me. He's like, what? I said, can I get a hug? And we got a little hug, right? I said, I love you, son. He said, I love you too, Dad. He called me Al. I call him his name. He said, I love you too. I said, but Julian, Jeremiah, or Jason. That way you won't know exactly what the person's name, or John, or just Joseph, whatever his name is. I pulled a fast one on him. I said, can I give you a hug? He's like, yeah. So he didn't know it. So I said, like the old Three Stooges. Look him up on YouTube. He said, no, you didn't. I said, well, don't call yourself black again. You're my son. We both started cracking up. But whatever his name is, Jay, he's a hero. I'll tell you his story someday. But, well, I got to tell you some sad news. His biological mother died of cancer when he was 13. His dad had 6 children. Jay was the oldest. He was 13 years old. Do you know that with his dad, and a lot of times Jay himself raised his other siblings? 13. So every time I talk to him, I always remind him, you're one of my heroes. And he says, I'm one of his. I said, yeah, maybe. I appreciate that. But what you did at 13, most people couldn't do at any age. I'm proud of you. And I am proud of him. You know who else I'm proud of? Those of you that came back. I hope you did. Each and every one of you. So that's the thing about me. Am I long-winded? You better believe it. Did I get on your last nerve? Maybe. But let me tell you a little secret about me. I actually really care about you. Not the stuff you see online. Yeah, I know some stuff been going on. I see it. I know it. I know it's in the back. I got to fix some things over here. I'm being funny. Over here. Why do you think I'm in LG? You think I want to be in this situation? Please. No. And with LG, with God's mighty help, this is going to change. But here's the problem. I got a real problem with you because I love you. You know what my problem with you is? You're not listening and going to that website for those of you who know about it. Why is that a problem? Because I'm your boss? No, all the glory goes to God. It's what I know that you don't yet know. You see, I've been in some businesses, promised to get paid, never made a dime. Pulled out a lot of money, but I didn't make a dime. With LG, I unexpectedly got paid. Unexpectedly now 3 times. Each time it was more. There are people in the Philippines, some that could barely feed their family, that now can feed their family whatever they want. People in China, people in South Africa, people in the United States, people in many different countries that are in LG are sharing the free tour site. Others are joining, and they're forming groups, and they're having Zoom meetings and all kinds of great things. And they're changing their lives in multiple ways. If you don't get into each LG, I'm not telling you because I'm trying to boss you. I'm trying to help you. And I'm not going to say, at the end of this video, I don't care if it takes you 15 days to watch it. You're not going to hear me say, and by the way, you need to pay out $1,900 or some nonsense, or $10,000 or $100,000 or all this other jazz. I'm sorry. I apologize for the words. But that really does get me upset because it's wrong. And then let me tell you something else about some of these so-called free webinars that you'll see on YouTube especially. Let me tell you the 411, the information. 411 was back in the day, it meant information. I know most of you probably never heard that term. You may have. And the police back in the day, I don't know if it still is, but for some people, they would say 5-0 is coming. They were just, slang and stuff like that. And some of you probably like, he knew that kind of stuff. I know a lot of stuff. We won't even go there. But most importantly, I know that you matter. Yeah, I'm getting ready to quit. Why do you think I told you to watch 5-minute intervals? In fact, in the description, I'm going to suggest that. Look, what you need to understand about you is that you, those of you who believe in God, even atheists, you don't maybe recognize that there is a God. Hey, I'm not going to say anything about that. That's your path. But here's what I know. I'm breathing. If you see me right now, I am alive. I think we'd all agree with that no matter what we believe, right? I'm alive. Well, I have a medical condition, and I was born in the 60s. One of the medical conditions I have, most of the people that had it, 75% died before 12 years old. And I like to tell people, I am 60 and nifty. I know it's corny, guys and gals, but the point is, I'm glad that the Heavenly Father has allowed me to be here. Most people, what I had, died before 12. Some people say, I don't believe in God no matter what you say. Hey, that's all good. But trust me when I tell you, whether you want to accept it, whether it angers you that there's a God, but by every name, I will just say the Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ. And I'm glad I got baptized in Christ. But I will share something shocking to you. A few weeks after I got baptized in Christ, I went into water. There's a song, Wade in the Water, where I got baptized in the actual water. Let me tell you something. A few weeks later, I happened to be in the hospital. with severe pain in my left leg. Ironically, that's why I was in the hospital recently, but it was a lot worse this time. Anyway, so I go in the hospital, get a CAT scan. Doctor comes back, she says, I have good news and bad news. I said, okay, what's the bad news? She said, the tumor has grown. I look at this woman like she was on cocaine. Now, you might be thinking, why would I look at her like that? See, my so-called primary care physician knew that I had it. Never told me. I was like, what? I said, I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? She said, you're cancer. I said, hold on, what are you talking about? She said, you didn't know? I said, no, I didn't know. You mean I got cancer? And she told me where it was. And this is 2019, and I finally went to an oncologist. And sure enough, I did. And I still do. I'm about, from what I understand, stage 2. That happened, that I found out about 2 weeks after getting baptized in Christ. For the record, I believe in God. And my spirit one day, on Judgment Day, I know will be with God, even for those who don't know. But you might be wondering, had I known that before I got baptized, would I have been angry at God? No. Would I still gotten baptized in Christ? Yes, even more so. Because we're all going to die, my friends. Someday. This is just a temporary place. Even if you live to 158, even if you lived like in the Bible, I forget who it was, but they lived something like 900 years. And yeah, that's a long time, right? But it's not. Because you're going to be dead for an eternity. I'll share you with you. We have a dog. And we take him to a cemetery because he loves going to the cemetery to liquidate. No, he doesn't do the nasty stuff. Not there. But he likes to liquidate. And there's a lot of other dogs that go there. And let me tell you, I look at the monuments and the years and stuff. They have people that have been gone since like the early 1800s. I think I've seen one like at one of these cemeteries in the 1700s. So even if that person lived to 100, they've been dead now 200 to 300 years. The person in the Bible that lived to something like 900 has been dead at least 2,000 or more years. So friends, let me give you a piece of advice. And this is not proselytizing. Well, maybe it is, but not meant to be. Get right with God. Atheists, reconsider. Not because I'm trying to tell you what to do, but what I am going to tell you is we do have souls. We do have spirits. And frankly, I wish everybody would get baptized in Christ. That's another video. But I'm going to tell you this. You couldn't give me all the money in this universe, any multiverse if they existed, or every multiverse. You could never pay me enough not to be baptized. Because I don't know about you, but my soul belongs to God and Jesus. So that might bother people. I'm not supposed to do that. But as certain people say, I'm a little different. And that's from my best friends. I'm a little bit different. But let me tell you about you in closing. I'm glad y'all kept coming. If you didn't, I apologize for you not being here. My condolences, because you're going to miss out on something that you need to know about you. A gentleman named Les Brown here on YouTube, so check him out. He likes to say there's greatness in all of us. He'll say there's greatness in you. Now, I've heard him start saying what I now say. I don't just say there's greatness in you. I'll say that and give Les credit, because there's greatness in you. But I don't care who you are on the planet. Did you know something? I'm not joking. You can laugh if you want. But what I'm about to tell you about you is true. There's something that you are great at that nobody else on this planet can do quite like you. That makes you ma'am, and you, sir, regardless of your age, your background, all of us have genius in us. Yeah. Now, in closing, I'm going to throw one last piece of information for you. When I was in school, because of my medical condition, I was told I couldn't fight. So my school tried to think that I wasn't smart. And to say I was mistreated, that would be an understatement of eternity. And a lot of bad things happened as a result. But a lot of good things happened too. God has his reasons. Believe it or not, even if you lose your family and friends, I've lost a lot of people. God has a reason. Trust me. I would never have met my second dad, Al Goldsmith, had I not had the bad experiences. I ended up meeting Al. And he was a second father to me. He still is. He just happens to be dead. Unfortunately, one thing I don't like is he never got baptized. And for what I understand, his spirit won't make it up there. And that, I don't know, because I'm not God, but from what I understand, it ain't going to happen. So if you're alive, reconsider. And I'm not trying to tell you if you're not Christian, you're not going to go up there, because I'm not God. I don't make that call. But me, personally, I love all people. It doesn't care what faith it is. Me, personally, I'm glad I did what I had done. I'd do it 1,000,000,000 times again. Because I believe in God. But you know something else before I go? If you're a gang member and you're doing wrong, I love you. If you're a criminal, stop doing wrong. Get into something that's going to help people and yourself. If you're corporate raiders, y'all need to stop. Because let me tell you something. Here's some breaking news. One day, the 8 billion people are going to wake up to what's really going on. I'm not going to expose it. I don't want to be taken out. But anyone on the planet doing evil, you need to stop. Do right. Be good. Show some love to your, let's just say, people that get on your last nerve. Maybe I'm one of them. I love you either way. But I'm not going to reject you. Everybody makes mistakes. The key is to change. Now, in closing, finally, no joke, you matter to me. I tell you about LG not because of the money, because God willing, no offense to the song, with or without you, I know where I'm going. I know what's in store with me with God's mighty help. And it's glorious. Because this company is real. It's the truth. I've been there. I've seen it. I've lived it. LG is exactly what I've been telling you. But in closing, your life matters. So here's what I want you to do every day of your life. When you have a bad day at work or wherever you are, or your parents or friends or whatever, try to tear you down. It's something I need you to remember. There's at least one person, well, there's a lot more than one. Hey, all the glory goes to God. But I care about you. But here's the thing. Whatever they say about you, no, it's not true. It's not true. They may have their own issues, and I don't mean the kind that you can get at the old style newspaper place. I mean, who knows what their problem is? Who cares? Now, as far as getting in LG, a lot of people are afraid, and I get that. Like I said, I've been through some stuff. I can assure you, I would never bring something to you that wasn't as real as I said. And if it turned out to be not real, I would let you know that, and I'd be out of there, and I'd advise you to get out. That's who I am, and that's who my friends on the team are. Because we believe in something called integrity. We believe in something called credibility. We believe in, a lot of us believe in God. And we believe in equality for all. Yeah, all. Why? Because maybe I was right when I made the TV series Humanity Matters. Well, first of all, God matters. But you matter. So if you're working in a fast food restaurant, you're 17, 18, 19, and the boss trying to tell you you're this, that, and the other, or you're fired, you know what? They can fire you, but they can't take your brain from you. Oh, and those of you who are like 18, 19 years old, you're smart. Don't let anybody tear you up. Yeah, am I long-winded? That's why I told you to do 5-minute intervals. Intervals. Okay, I have a little bit of a problem over here on that one. But don't you for 1 minute let them get you down. I hope you will join LG. I hope you'll give yourself the chance to see that it's true. It's less than $50 to become an affiliate and a member. At $9.95 a month to be an LG. You don't want to stop paying it. Trust me. When you find out why, you'll be like, I'm not going to miss this. Let me give you an idea how important it is to pay that $9.95. If you keep paying it, you may become a very happy person in many, many ways. And I'm not trying to hype it. So there are things I'm not telling you. Believe it or not, you say you've been on for almost an hour and a half. You told me everything. No, not even close. But here's what I will tell you. The people who are in LG and stay in and pay their monthly $9.95, they're going to be all right. Woo-hoo! You just don't know how all right they're going to be. In closing, for real. If you never get in, if you don't watch more than 1 minute of this video, I hope that someday you will. And I hope that someday you'll tell your friends, watch it at 3 minutes or 5 minutes at a time, and you'll get through the end of this. Because if you do, it could change your life. Because of what you can find out when you look at my Facebook page or my YouTube videos. You want to learn what LG is. And then you want to go to the link that I tell you to go to in those videos or on Facebook. Not because I'm your boss, but because it could change your life. It already has for many, 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 many people. Me included. Oh yeah, that's my real chin. And no, it don't hurt. Don't ask, I don't know, but it don't. It doesn't hurt. I don't understand how it got so hard, but hey, forget about it. Look. Do what you're going to do. I'm still going to care about you. But if you do decide to watch it in, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes at a time, I don't care. Just get through it. Oh, one last thing. You're on YouTube, hopefully. I want you to look up Dr. Joe Dispenza. I want you to look up Les Brown. There's another amazing gentleman on here. This guy's name is Ivan Harris Sr. Put his name in there. Look him up. Look up the late Earl Nightingale and the late Norman Vincent Peale. Then I want you to look up a guy named David Bach, B-A-C-H. And he has a book that you want to see if you can get on audio book or actual real physical book, or it may be here on YouTube. It probably is. The book is called The Automatic, yeah, Millionaire. And he gives you ways to actually become rich over time automatically. And trust me, it can work for you even if you work at a big box store. I'm going to give you the little something, and then I'm going to leave. You have to learn how to have it automatically put into whatever you put it into, 401k, IRA, stocks, bonds, crypto, whatever it is. And you have to have it set up that it's automatically deducted before you even see it. That's the key. That's what David explains. Now, I hope you get this book. It's been updated for, I think, 2024. Let me tell you a little something real quickly.